Welcome to Sprinkler Logic. Today, we're kicking off with one of the most important foundations of BS 9251-2021 system categories. Whether you're a designer, installer, or just curious how it all works, this one is for you. This video is for general guidance only and is not a substitute for a project-specific fire strategy, risk assessment, or competent design review. Always refer to the full BS 9251-2021 standard and consult with qualified professionals before applying any design decisions. BS 9251-2021 splits sprinkler systems into 4 categories, based on the building type and occupancy. Getting the category right is fundamental. It determines the design parameters and ensures the system is appropriate for the risk. In other words, it's the first decision you need to get right before you start designing anything. The objective of this lesson is for you to be able to correctly identify the system category based on the building type and occupancy, including all the little suffix notes that can catch people out. Category 1 applies to single-family homes and similar simple setups. Dwelling houses, individual flats, individual maisonettes, transportable homes, small bed and breakfasts, HMOs or boarding houses. There are also suffix notes that need to be considered. 1. For individual apartments, if most flats in a building are sprinklered, treat the whole building as at least Category 2. 2. If your small bed and breakfast, HMO or boarding house has more than 2 floors and 5 or more bedrooms, the system category should increase to Category 2. 3. Major note: any building over 18 meters would fall under Category 4. Category 2 covers multi-dwelling buildings with communal areas such as blocks of flats, sheltered housing, extra care housing, small residential care homes with 10 residents or fewer. Suffix notes: 1. In blocks of flats, sheltered housing or extra care, communal spaces that are not considered fire sterile need to be protected as if they were Category 3. This means you could have a building with multiple categories, for example a Category 2 block of apartments under 18 meters with a Category 3 bin store. 2. Again, anything over 18 meters automatically becomes Category 4. Category 3 is used for higher-risk residential buildings such as care homes with more than 10 residents, student accommodation, hostels or dormitories. Suffix notes: as before, any of these buildings over 18 meters, straight to Category 4. Category 4 is for all residential buildings over 18 meters in height. This is a new category of system that was added into BS 9251 to account for the greater risk in tall buildings, the extended time the fire service needs to respond, and for the occupancy to escape. It should be noted that the 18-meter building height is measured from the upper floor surface of the topmost story that contains a habitable room to the lowest ground level around the building. That means measure from the finished floor level of the top story that contains any occupied space. Measure down to the lowest point of external ground level surrounding the building. Do not include rooftop plant, lift overruns, or parapets. Do not measure to average ground level. It must be the lowest side. Why does this matter? 1. A building might only be 5 stories, but if it's on sloped ground, the lowest side might push it just over 18 meters, making it Category 4. Equally, a building might be 18 meters to the highest point, making it Category 3 using the measurement to the floor level of the top story. 2. This avoids ambiguity. It aligns with how building regulations approved Document B defines building height, which is also used for tall building thresholds and fire service access. Let's wrap this up with a quick recap of the 4 categories under BS 9251-2021. Category 1. Used for simple, standalone dwellings, houses, single flats, maisonettes, and small bed and breakfasts or HMOs with limited occupancy. Category 2. Used for multi-dwelling buildings, blocks of flats, extra care housing, and small residential care homes. Category 3. Used for higher-risk occupancies, like care homes, hostels, and student accommodation where escape support may be needed. Category 4. Used for all residential buildings over 18 meters. This category triggers enhanced design requirements for tall buildings. And don't forget, if your project hits any of the notes in the suffixes, the category may need to be increased. Additional information. The category of system may be increased by any authority having jurisdiction. It is common for blocks of flats which have non-fire sterile areas such as bin or bike stores to be classified as Category 2. However, the system should be Category 3 in these building parts. Don't forget to check the building height as previously explained. Here are some questions to test your knowledge and see if you have successfully completed the lesson objective. Classify with confidence. You can also take our quiz linked in the description. Pass and we'll send you a certificate of completion, great for CPD records or company training logs. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with your team. We've got more episodes coming, and if there were any topics you would like us to cover, please comment down below. Thanks for watching Sprinkler Logic. Design smarter, install better.